Air traffic control, this is Alpha 254, requesting clearance for departure. Roger that. Mark clear. Proceed to runway 5. السيارة جاهزة للسفر. لازم نتحرك. لازم نتحرك. نرجع للبيت كمان. نعم سيدي. نعم سيدي. Alpha 2, we are clear for departure. Please take it. كاملة. أيوة الصاروخ جاهز ومصلح. هلا تستنى الكلمة من شهيد.
Story as it develops.
If anyone is to blame for these events, Mr. Thornton, it is you. Alpha Protocol began here, after all.
Where's my gear?
Good, you're awake. I wasn't sure how long you'd be under. Those tranquilizers wore off fast.
Are hallucinations a side effect, or...
What?
Never mind. Just clearing my head.
The dose was pretty strong. I'm surprised you're even able to stand.
Where am I?
You're locked in our medical bay. And when the guards find out you've regained consciousness, they'll put you under again.
Don't want that. Any reason why you're helping me?
Mina. Let's just say I'm not a fan of the indoctrination procedure here.
All the more reason to leave, then.
And how do you propose to do that? You're locked in. There's a guard outside. Eventually he's going to come check on you. And when he does...
Can you distract the guard? Unlock the door.
I could. A glitch in the security panel in the hall outside might do it. As long as you don't make too much noise when you leave, you might take him by surprise while he's checking it. Disabling the security system now. The door should be unlocked.
Damn it!
Safe.
Somebody get me another angle on Thornton, now!
You need to shut off the alarm. The panel's on the wall. Mike, careful. Do a bypass on it. They probably have a guard in the lobby.
It's on.
Watch out for cameras. If they spot you or you destroy them, they'll sound an alarm.
Almost gave me the slip. Now we got you.
Any sign of our new arrival?
No sign of him yet.
Careful, Mike. Truck coming in. And guards at the exit. Try to stay out of sight if you can.
End of the line, Mike. Give it up.
Stay where you are.
All right, Mike, that's enough.
That's enough? I think that's my line. What the hell's going on? Why did you drug me?
We need to get the location of this facility confidential, especially if you got kidnapped and questioned.
Wouldn't be the first time, and I don't talk, which you should already know from my record.
Fair enough.
You did read my file, didn't you? I assumed you'd done your homework.
To me, it's just a lot of numbers and papers. So why don't you and I just talk a bit instead, all right? I'll form my own opinions.
So this is all part of the orientation?
Yep. I'm gonna ask you some questions, run you through some more tests, then you and I can talk. Face to face. That make you feel better?
I don't need any more tests, and you know it. Just give me the mission and let's do this.
Good to hear. I was a little worried. You need some more time to recover. Still, we need to brief you on your gear, weapons, and your security clearance. Won't take long. I've been reading and rereading your dossier. I barely got through it. Puts War and Peace to shame.
Then let's make this quick and save us some time.
Fair enough. If you gain more experience in the field, you may want to specialize further. But we can leave that until you've got some missions under your belt. That's it. Now I'm going to let you out of the pen here and meet the rest of the crew.
All right. Is there anything I should know?
Nothing you can't find out on your own and from the staff here. They'll be running you through the basics of weapons, gadgets, and espionage tactics. When you're cleared on the basics, come find me for your assignment. I won't lie to you, Mike. It's a big one and dangerous, but I think you're the man for the job. Make the rounds. I'll see you soon.
Getting sick of this Wizard of Oz bullshit. All right, let's get through these tests. Big ass screen.
No weapons past this point.
Agent North, bridge report to interrogation room A. Agent North, to interrogation room A.
You probably want to change. Go on. Your gear's in the lockers.
Orientation's not mandatory. You can turn around and go back to Westridge right now. Although that might make him upset.
You might want to take it a little easier when you escape next time.
Mikey, be with you in a moment. I'm just setting some things up here. I'm Sean Darcy. I'm going to be running you through tech orientation.
Sounds good. So you've been with Alpha Protocol for a while?
Sure have. Although you seem to have gotten my next assignment.
No hard feelings, I hope.
Are you kidding? All right, that should be the last of the setup on my end. I'm glad you finally showed up. Thought you might have gotten lost on the way here. Or were too busy beating up some more guards.
Neither. Just surveying the area, actually. Checking out the facility.
Yeah, sure. Oh, by the way, not a good idea. Hitting the guards, I mean. The ones here have a lot of time on their hands, and that means a lot of time to hold grudges.
I'll keep that in mind, but I wasn't expecting to be drugged and attacked.
A good agent's ready for anything, Mikey. But enough chit-chat. We got a lot of work ahead of us. Well, you do. I'm mostly here as an observer. I'll be doing your evaluation, too.
What's that out there? A used car lot?
A target range for you. For me, more like a shooting gallery. Head out the door there and we'll get started.
All right then.
Open the locker and equip yourself. If you use them all, just come back and grab some more. All right, everyone's favorite, grenades. Let's see that arm of yours. Go on, start chucking them. They're concussion rounds, so don't be skittish. They sting, not kill. Something more challenging. Try a ricochet to hit the target behind the wall. Lob it behind the target and use the wall for a hook shot. Now, try and get one through the window. Now for some fireworks. Try and chuck one beneath the truck and take out the gas tank. Never get tired of that one. Now, see that electronic lock there? Use your EMP grenade to shut it down. It can save you time in the field. It's shut down. No more lock. Alright, see that locker there?
Let me guess. You want me to place one on the door?
Nice. And just in time.
Hey, Darcy, open up.
Some of the other guards will be pulling double shifts for a while. You know those guards you beat up when you got out of medical? Yeah, well, they're gonna be joining us in a second. You've got a head start, so if I were you, I'd set an ambush or just start running. Me, I'd use the mines. That's what they're for.
Shot at him. Hey, Thornton! Wait up. I want to talk to you. Sneaky bastard.
Yeah, the doc's gonna be pissed. All right, all done. Head on up, Mike. I'll give you a breakdown on your performance.
So, Mikey, you did all right on the basic run. You know, that performance wasn't half bad. Almost as good as my record. How about we up the stakes? Take this to the big leagues.
What do you have in mind?
All right, me and the guards, who you already met when you woke up, pooled our petty cash, and we'd like to make you a little bet.
All right, I'm listening.
It's a rematch, on our terms. It's simple. Disable all the alarms and escape the area in the time provided, and you take home the winnings. If you lose, you'll owe us. Got it?
Sounds good to me.
Just head into the range and we'll get to it, Mikey.
All right, then. Tell your team to get ready.
So here we are. Rematch for you and the guards, but on their terms. So listen up. There's alarms hidden all over the course. All you need to do is shut them down. But the guards are going to try and reset them. Every time an alarm goes off, another squad's coming in. And they all want a shot at you, trust me. Alarm goes off enough times, and you're going to get trampled. But you have the technology to beat them. So let's see you even the odds. If you can.
Drop your...
Nice, Mike. Action. guess I was wrong. Alright, head on up and I'll call someone in to clean up the course. And the bodies.
Pretty thorough. Made a real mess of things. In a good way.
That's all I need. See you in the field, Darcy.
If you say so, Mikey.
This is a restricted area. The vending machines are down the hall and to the right.
Alan Parker, I'm here for espionage orientation, so let's not waste time.
You're Thornton, Westridge's candidate for the job.
I thought I said let's not waste time. Any other facts you want to spill, or can we get to it?
Very well. So, orientation. You are familiar with the premise of an obstacle course, I assume?
I am, and I'd ease up on that attitude. This exercise is bullshit, and I don't like jumping through hoops any more than you do.
Fine. At least you're to the point. Up the ladder is the training area. The first test is navigating through the environment without being detected. Following that, you'll be facing live challenges against the agents here.
Anything else I should know about running this course?
Yes. I suggest you do it quickly. And talking gives your position away.
What's the deal with the security panel?
It secures the entrance. If you're as capable as Westridge says, then you should have no trouble hacking it and gaining access to the course. Clock's ticking.
Great.
Course begins now. Hack the door in front of you to gain access to the course. Always check your surroundings for cameras. I can't have you appearing on the nightly news. Mind the gap. The key to stealth is timing. Pay attention to camera movements, then exploit their blind spots. Taking in the view. Yeah, well, I doubt the view is what's making you hesitate. I've unlocked the security door. Come back to the control room for your evaluation.
Your score is based on several factors. Sorting the numbers now. Outstanding. Well above average, especially for a trainee. Okay. Do you want to run it again?
No, I don't think so.
Very well, I'll log the results. Westridge can complete your evaluation once you finish the other tests.
Anything else you could share that might help me out? I feel like I've already got the basics down.
Course not enough of a challenge for you?
No.
Then I have an assignment for you. This one won't be logged.
What? You mean like a covert training op? Aren't you guys carrying orientation too far?
Nothing about Alpha Protocol is orientation, Agent Thornton, despite the semantics. The penalty for getting caught, however, won't be a poor score. It'll be detention. So, are you up for it or not?
Well, I'm up for it. Let me see what you need. You want me to head back to the medical center? Why? What's the file name?
Jacob. Not only will this be a much more practical use of your talents, but I think you'll be curious to see where in the world you're going to be sent.
Any other intel I should be aware of?
Nothing you can't find out on your own. We aren't even having this conversation right now, and the clock is running.
Got it.
Did you do as I asked?
Got the data, no problem.
I'll download it from your PDA. Were you seen?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, well, then that'll have to be sufficient.
Now that you have this file, anything you can tell me about my real assignment?
You're going to the Middle East to recover stolen prototype missile technology. Your probability of success is in the lower 20th percentile.
Wait, I'm going to the Middle East?
I've downloaded intel onto your PDA. That should prove useful when you reach your destination.
That intel you gave me, why wouldn't I have that already if I'm going on the mission?
That is a good question, Agent. I would find an answer to it when you can. If not here, then in Saudi Arabia.
I don't like the sound of that.
Good.
So when am I shipping out?
After you finish your orientation with Westridge, it's customary for him to outline, in his slow and plodding way, his expectations for you. Then he'll send you to fetch, like a good dog.
I'm not sure I like that comparison.
Yeah, well, none of us do, Agent. But such is the nature of the kennel you've been put in. Was there anything else?
What do you actually do here?
My primary role is intelligence analysis, but at times I serve as a handler during sensitive missions.
So you've been on a lot of Alpha Protocol ops?
Key ones, yes. I was involved in the events leading up to your assignment, in fact.
How?
I took on the role of a contractor, an accountant. Money is one of the easiest ways to track events. It often leaves the best fingerprints.
So you're a spy?
I'm an observer. I rarely take action. But the smallest event, if analyzed incorrectly or acted on improperly, could have great repercussions. And that's where I come in, to interpret events.
Like butterfly wings sparking a tornado, that kind of thing?
Spare me the butterfly cliché. Guerrilla actions, nuclear tests, exposing a corrupt politician, a rise in grain prices, and... yes, the downing of an airliner in the Middle East. All of these things have the potential to create larger catastrophes.
Okay.
Controlling the repercussions of these events, getting agents the information they need to put fires out before they rage out of control, that is my job.
So when I'm in the field, my orders come from you or another analyst. My job is what? To listen?
Yes, it's a numbers game. But decisions must be made quickly. If the decisions are solely reactive or passive, well, then you operate at a disadvantage.
So sometimes you create events?
For political equilibrium, yes, at times. At other times, to give America an economic advantage.
I thought we were mostly mission-driven.
We are. But even you will see the effect that even seemingly minor interactions have on the structure of a mission. Carry the logic one step up, and it shouldn't be hard for you to grasp.
You like working here?
My responsibilities don't account for that, nor should they.
You know, I actually thought you were the janitor when I arrived.
That would either be an insult or an excellent deduction. I'm guessing the former.
I was actually just trying to make conversation. But why would that be an excellent deduction?
Because, Agent, Alpha Protocol can only maintain plausible deniability as long as no one knows we exist. That means continually cleaning and scouring data, masking our communication lines, and protecting our global positioning.
I understand. That must be a full-time task, and an important one.
Agreed. Even Westridge would say I hold the most important post in the facility. So, in short, yes, I clean up after others, and if necessary, I'm the one tasked with shutting this program down.
Shutting it down?
Turning off the lights, putting up the chairs, locking the door.
What does that mean exactly?
This place cannot be found. If Alpha Protocol is compromised, any evidence of the program must be deleted.
But what happens to the... I mean, is there an escape route, or what happens?
What do you mean, Agent? Be specific. I dislike dancing around an issue if one exists.
What happens to the people?
Expendable.
Are you serious? You are serious. You sound like you've done this before.
If I have, it's classified. Or perhaps I'm joking. Are we done here, Agent? I think I've answered all your questions.
Some of them, yeah. The others can wait. Hello? Anybody shooting in here?
Agent Thornton. Hello.
Hey. Hey, you're the one I spoke to when I woke up in the medical bay. Glad that wasn't a hallucination.
It may have been. Do you remember my name? Or do I need to write it down for you?
You're Mina Tang, the weapons specialist.
You've heard of me already.
I like to know the names of everyone around here who carries firearms, other than the guards. It's a quirk I have.
I see. But let's get down to the task at hand. I'm here to run you through the weapons training and test your accuracy.
Any parameters to this test, and what firearms do you supply?
Assault rifle, pistol, submachine guns. The works.
Shotgun?
That too. For the close quarter exercise.
Any special ammo?
You're thorough.
It's why I was recruited, and it's also why I'm alive today. Now, are we using special ammo or not?
Not for this exercise.
Fine. We ready?
Just head through the door to the firing range, and I'll keep in contact with you over the earpiece. Head over to the table, get your weapons, and we can begin. The standard field agent package includes a pistol, SMG, shotgun, and assault rifle. Each has its strengths and weaknesses. Let's start with the pistol. Equip the pistol, then aim down range and take some shots at the target. Good aim. Now, steady your aim for a few seconds, then fire. Precision shots can take down a target quickly. Now, let's move on to the submachine gun. Now let's empty the clip. Let you get a feel for the recoil. Now take cover. Still using cover, take some shots at the target. Accuracy's terrible while firing blind, but it can get the job done, eventually. Now try popping out and focusing your aim. You can use cover to your advantage here. I've unlocked the door to the tactical range on your right. Let's see how you do against some moving targets. Now, with the pistol, you'll want to be patient and attack when targets get close. Good. Now for the shotgun. Holding the trigger steady and firing can knock down even heavily armored targets. Good. Next. Now for your submachine guns. If you're trapped in close quarters with multiple opponents, the SMGs can help clear the room quickly. Not subtle or quiet, but... And that's enough. For long-range encounters, the assault rifle's the key. It's accurate, powerful. Just be sure to line up your shots carefully. Watch for attackers from above. They may be out of reach, but not rifle range. That's it. Take the ladder, head up and back. All done. Good, Mike. I'm logging the results now.
All right. Is somebody out on the course?
Darcy. He's trying to beat your time.
If he does, then I'll just run the course again. I don't give up that easily.
I gathered that.
But he's supposed to be stationed in the tech area, right? Why is he in here instead of at his post?
As soon as he knew you were talking to me, Mike, he was in here in a second, in case he saw you as a challenge for my affections.
It's like a cage match with you boys.
Guess I'll need a wrestling name for the upcoming match then.
I'll see if I can think of something.
No need. Thornton is already vaguely Norse, and heavy-handed enough for most people. How did I do on the course?
That's pretty good. Not the best on record, but still. You can give it another run if you want. The course should be free.
I'll pass.
Very well. I'll log your score. I'll have the results sent to your handler, and Westridge can give the rest of your evaluation, provided you've completed the other tests.
You guys must have spent a fortune on the TVs in this place.
You all done?
You tell me.
Now you're learning. I have to admit I was worried whether we'd be able to keep you here after you woke up in medical. You gave our staff a run for its money.
I gave it my best, and so did they.
Fair enough. It'll be a good excuse to up the morning drills around here. Looks like you did well on the tech portion of the test. Very well. Past Darcy's bitching, there's some real compliments in here if you look at the numbers. Mina's report on your weapon skill was impressive. In fact, I think you outperformed many other guards, and it's your first day.
What can I say? Top of my class at the academy, if you read my charts. You did read them, didn't you?
Oh, I did. It was hard getting through the pages detailing your overconfidence.
Well, as long as you read the charts, that's all that matters. I'm a little surprised Mina was paying attention to my firing skills at all, actually.
Careful. If you get any more full of yourself, not even this facility will be able to hold your ego. And here's a surprise, a positive evaluation from Parker. On the numbers side as usual. But he actually took the time to write a sentence.
He did? What was the sentence?
You may have been right about this one, Westridge. For Parker, that's high praise. Assuming you don't let us down, Mike. Looks like that's it for the physical evaluation. Now for the hard part. Tell me why you're here. Not everyone gets chosen for this line of work, but you volunteered. Usually we have to ask.
I want to serve my country.
And you think by being assigned here is the best way to do that?
Give me a mission and I'll prove it.
What makes you think you're ready? Because I tell you, we get a lot of recruits in here, and you're not convincing me.
I think I'd like to cut through this bullshit and get to the mission.
In good time. Even vets like yourself could benefit by what I'm about to tell you. Beyond the guns, tech, and sneaking around in the dark, there's one last part of this job that nobody else here quite gets.
I'm listening.
Good, because listening is a large part of it. The way you talk to people, your attitude. That's what we're going to discuss now.
If you're telling me I have an attitude problem, then you could have read that in my file.
No, believe it or not, you're not here because you're a people person. You're here because your psych profile says you're skilled at manipulating others.
Was that a compliment?
You'll see. The way you project yourself definitely affects what people think of you, and your reputation with them.
And if I want to impress them?
You don't always want to or need to. Having a good or bad rep with someone can actually gain you different benefits. Sometimes you want to piss someone off so they can't think straight. Other times you want to build a strong rapport with someone and talk your way out of a bad situation. All depends on your objective. This goes for your handlers as well. We're going to be sending you into a lot of dangerous places, and your only backup is going to be who you're talking to on your headset. How you treat them is going to have an effect on the success of your mission.
So if I piss them off, I'm screwed?
No. A handler that likes you too much and puts emotions before the mission can be just as dangerous as one who resents you.
This is a long way of telling me that I should just act the way I want. I didn't realize this was an acting gig.
No, again, there are no bad choices, just results. Over time, folks may hear about you and your attitude before they meet you. They may have a preconceived notion of how you're going to treat them, which can affect their reaction.
Well, maybe they should take the time to know the real me.
If only. Time's something no one seems to be able to spare, especially during a conversation. Although that can be a plus.
I don't see how.
The clock doesn't stop when you're speaking to someone, so if you need to get your second win before a fight, making small talk can buy you time.
But if I'm running on adrenaline, won't chatting take me off my guard?
It can, so if you need to get to the point, act instead of fight. For example, if you don't think I have any more to teach you, then you could just say, I'm done with this. I wouldn't think any less of you. You seem to have the basics down.
Why wouldn't I just shoot someone instead of talking to them?
Sometimes it is better if you shoot first. Still, approaching someone to talk to them can allow you to get the drop on them if you get close enough to strike. Use it if you have to, if the conversation isn't going your way. Assuming there's even a way you want the conversation to go.
So how do I know how someone wants to be treated? At least enough to cooperate.
If that's what you want to do, pay attention to the clues in your environment. Sometimes people will have advice, and intel can help. But there's another way. Read much?
Everything I can get my hands on, or download, or take from scribbled bloody confessions.
There's a host of information out there through dossiers, email, and other documents that represent total research others have collected on a target, organization, or operation.
And what does that get me, exactly?
Sometimes you'll spot obvious triggers. People who don't respond well to smartasses, like me. Others who respect loyalty, duty, a professional approach. Others who don't have time for bullshit, and like it when you get to the point. But dossiers just don't contain psych information. They'll usually have combat information on your target as well. What side they favor, any past injuries, common weapons or tactics they use. Some of it blunt, some of it subtle. But if push comes to shove, it can give you an edge in combat. The more you've done your homework, the more vulnerable they'll be.
So when the guns come out, the dossier can come into play. Have you read mine?
Several times.
You have dossiers on everyone here?
Yep, if you can dig them up. You might learn a few things. Sometimes reading a dossier will give you more options when dealing with others. A few facts to bring up, to shake secrets loose.
What about you?
You should already know what makes me happy, Mike, and what pisses me off.
At what point can I start accessing personnel records and conducting surveillance?
After meeting a target or hearing their name referenced by someone else, you should have a target ID. Then hop onto the database and start doing your homework. You can usually unlock their basic information at that point. Let's start with a simple one. Al-Samad. That should be familiar to you.
The terrorist group.
Yes, you can research groups as well as people. It doesn't carry the same benefits, but it can provide useful intel in the field. Talking to people about others is a good way to help gain dossier information. Sometimes people will have information on someone that can unlock a brand new thread in your computer search.
Okay, so I've suffered through your interrogation and know how to give one if need be. Am I ready or not?
We'll see. Meet me in the command center, and I can give you a proper mission briefing.
Good, because I'm sick of this room.
Trust me, Mike. If it was up to me, you'd never see this interrogation cell again. Recognize him?
That's Sheikh Ali Shaheed, the voice of Al-Samad. They say he was responsible for shooting down that airliner in the Middle East.
Yeah, he got his hands on some prototype Halbech technology. A missile with a multi-stage targeting system called Jacob's Ladder. That airliner was his first target.
Specs and shadiness of this whole thing aside, how did Shaheed get his hands on that missile?
Missiles. He's got more. He stole them from Halbech, and we need them back before he gets any more trigger-happy. Then we want you to kill him.
About time. I'm getting tired of this place.
All right, then. Pack your gear. You're heading to Saudi Arabia.
Not coming with me?
I'll be there in spirit. And on video and radio when needed, Agent.
And I just got here. Oh, well. I'm gonna miss this place.
I doubt it. I'll contact you when you reach Saudi Arabia.